salutations. Welcome to episode 5 of season 2 of the Sports Vibe podcast. The best crew in the world. John Odetunde continues to bring his laps to work. I don't know why, but
they are fresh.
This is the 4th straight week now. Are you the one that is asking for his laps? For 4 straight weeks, John has been bringing.
Let's put some respect. So I will be asking John to bring his lap
because I don't know who he's doing it for.
Baby me, you can find time to come for Tunde. You know.
That's Kenny Idris. That's
sharp, Mr. D.
That's John Odetunde and his laps. That's Solomon Edivri. And I am Tunde Young. Together we are the Sports Vibe crew. To bring you the appropriate mix of sports and vibe on the Prime Sports channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long week. I'm tired. How are you guys feeling?
Super excited to do this again with the guys. Of course, during the week I usually go and rewatch some of our programs, and I find it very educative as well. And also from the feedbacks I've been getting, guys, shows that we're doing something amazing. People have been watching and they've been telling me that, come on, you guys are one of the best in this.
What's the most notable thing what's the most notable feedback that you've gotten so far? Like, what's that something, just one thing that sticks in your mind that somebody has told you, or maybe multiple people have told you about the show?
I think first I have 2 things. First, the flow of the event, and it's also quite educative as well.
Oh, nice. So,
the change of setting, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Change of setting. They will tell, oh no, the place, the setting is good, and obviously, yeah.
I was playing the podcast and I had a guest, and that was the first thing that they pointed out that
the setting is in.
That's one that I never even watched the show before. Like, pointed out, this is a very beautiful set. So congratulations and shout out to the crew. Which crew are we even shouting out? Shout out to Babash Media. Shout out to the crew. Everybody involved. I tell you.
Yeah, the set had actually gotten the lights, especially. They love.
Now they actually find small.
Yeah, people have told me of the sets, but they love the light work. Really, brought out, and then aficionados in the game. Being here like
aficionados.
Yes.
What's that?
People.
Our aficionado.
That's like name of ice cream. So when you can aficionado.
Like I will take care of these guys are vast and it's so rich. So but like anybody will say, it could be better. Especially the outreach. So
and the only way to now make it better now is for
subscribe
all of us to remove our shirts on the show now.
Starting
from you, since you are the first. You are already mad, so it's normal for you to not wear clothes.
I don't have any 6 packs.
But if you like what I watch, which I'm sure that you do, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell somebody about Sports Vibe, because that's the only way the algorithm knows that you like what you're watching. When you click the bell notification, it tells you when we drop a new episode and when we drop other content on the Prime Sports channel. It's a full channel, meaning there are lots of things going on. My name is Studio once again. That's John. That's Solomon. That's
Mr. Deep.
His name is Kenny Idris.
Mr. Deep.
His name is Kenny.
Mr. Deep.
His name is Kenny.
Mr. Deep.
His name is Kenny.
Mr. Deep.
We can do this for the rest. This can be the whole episode. His name is Kenny Idris.
Mr. Deep.
His name is Kenny Idris.
Mr. Deep.
The issue now is
Mr. Deep.
Mr. Idris is a nice man.
His name is Kenny Idris.
Mr. Deep.
Who is gay?
Mr. Deep.
Paris school.
Mr. Idris, very nice man. We don't understand.
Am I not a nice person? But I don't take bullshit.
Okay, see, you know why? I don't ever have issue. I agree if Mr. Idris is a nice person and you are useless. But we don't even know if Mr. Idris was that Solomon.
Mr. Idris is cool. He's cool to some figure that Solomon tells me. Mr. Idris is another case.
Okay, let's focus on we have a lot to talk about today.
Exactly.
We learned during the week that South Africa have been deducted 3 points, so Nigeria might be back in the race.
Should we celebrate?
No, don't celebrate yet. If you are from Benin Republic, celebrate. If you are Nigerian, still calm down.
Oh, they are on the border. Stay at Badagry.
we'll get to another updates. There's a lot to talk about. There's big games this weekend. Chelsea versus Liverpool. It seems like there's a big game every weekend nowadays. So
super interesting.
We'll get to all of that. But let's. I don't know on the continental stage in terms of the African continent. In fact, I think I want to start here. Well, I want to start with the South Africa story. But please, pardon me to start with this. In our more interesting story of Kwara United getting knocked out.
Painful.
Getting knocked out by Asante Kotoko. Asante Kotoko.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I don't even know. You are the one that went to Ghana on behalf of Prime Sport, so pronounce it for us.
Kotoko.
But in Okeo, there's a pronunciation Okeni. In Okeo. Asante Kotoko.
That's okay.
Thank you. You know the Prime Sport said you go okay. Prime Sport said, so which competition you go and come and Ghana?
African games.
Which,
Yes.
okay.
African.
Okay. All right. So, Kwara United.
And Tony, before you go, it should be known that one of the bit of a regret that Prime Sport have had is sending Solomon to the African Games. Since he has come back, the only place Solomon does not wear cap is on tissue. Since he came back from Ghana, I think there's a ritual they did.
They love it. They love it. They love it. They love it.
There was this day.
And Charlie
Solomon went to go and pee in the middle of the night. I saw it with cab. I was that fish.
My Charlie said,
Okay. It's in the
Okay, so right now that we're done with Solomon and his plenty issues. Let's talk about Kwara United. Who 2 weeks ago went to Ghana and lost 4-3, which all things considered is a good result for the first leg.
especially
as an away team. He's nobody wants to lose, but 4-3, score 3 goals away from home, and you still have to come back home and play in your country. So that puts you in a pretty good position. And the coach of the team, Tunde Salisu, had this to say. Tunde Sani had this to say after the beats, after the loss to Asante Kotoko in Ghana. He said this.
Asante Kotoko, we don't know that they are even better like this. Our assertion is not what we met, but they are a bit luckier today. That's it. They are a bit luckier, but they are coming to meet us at home as well.
So, according to Tunde Sani at the time, Asante Kotoko were lucky. Our assertion is not what we were, meaning that we thought they were going to be better than this, but they are not that good. They were lucky. They beat us 4-3. They are coming to.
I thought you said they are better than what they are.
No, that's not.
I was trying to.
We were saying that Asante Kotoko were lucky.
They were lucky to, yeah.
They were lucky to win 4-3, and they were coming to Nigeria where Kwara United would finish it. Obviously, it did not go that way in any way, shape, or form. In fact, Kwara United lost a game at home 1-0, and there's a quote that has been attributed to the Asante Kotoko head coach Abdulkarim Zito. I don't have a video of it, but I have a quote of it, and he said, and I quote, "Kwara United's coach who doesn't even have a license he was talking nonsense when I beat him in Ghana. I taught him sense by beating him again today." I have never seen anything like this.
It can happen anywhere.
But at least
you can say this anywhere.
No, not this explicit. Yes, I've never seen your face.
That called his fellow coach, specialist in failure.
That's different from this. It's still somehow like
This one is different.
It's different.
Because that is fresh. Let's discuss it as it's fresh.
You just even say that I don't have license.
So today's son is a PE teacher.
Abuse the statement of fact.
So he say Kwara United coach is a PE teacher.
After the game, Tunde Sani still talk. Because all of what I said in the first leg, journalists full the pitch side post-match press conference because everybody wanted to hear what he had to say. But I have a clip from 54 Football. Shout out to them where he did. So just listen to it.
Coach, you said when you told us that when they come to Nigeria that they are going to see, but it's unfortunate that this has happened. What are your post-match thoughts, Coach?
Yes, I was highly disappointed in my players. Can you see the number of chances we created and the missed chances? Can you see it? I'm highly disappointed. Because how can we that we scored 3 goals over there, how can we be seeing chances here? We couldn't even convert woman. It was a sorry situation.
Coach, what will have gone wrong? You have the as the head of the technical crew. What will have gone wrong?
Yes, you see, at times it is like this. But today, at least, I don't know whether they have been carried away or the tension in them that they want to win at all costs. We are looking for that first goal at all costs. But look at the goal we considered. It was so painful.
Will you be disappointed if Para United sack you? Hello, please. You signify and we call you, please. Okay. Will you be disappointed if Para United officials sack you after this disappointment?
It is normal. It's normal thing. Even in abroad, they can sack anybody at any time. So that is not a school. Yeah, because that question I don't know how to address it. If I say that question is stupid, you think that I'm abusing. You understand? Because there's tension in everybody. Now, how can you say
tension?
First of all, I don't know who that journalist was that asked them after losing that. Will you feel bad now if they sack you? And you know, it was not maybe like, everybody can be sacked anyway. We just say, but if I don't say this question, it's really question. I
don't want to say it, but
because how can you ask me that?
No, journalists are meant to put you on the rattle. They are meant to rattle you.
Oh my God!
In fact, some journalists hand fat pay. They become proper household name from just a presser. Put that big man on the spot, make him unsettled, and then everybody will start talking about John Ejetunde, and then you blow up from there. So that question is just what it is. Ruben Amorim was asked to say, I'm not going to change my style. I'll still stick with my style, but if you have to change, you cannot change the style, you have to change the man. So change the man.
But my advice to
you do not say if I say it's stupid now. It's
sounded like you wanted to cry. Why will you be asking me that kind of question?
Like these journalists has asked a question that were waking the quarter. It boils down to tell us 2 things. Preparation for continents. How won't you have your home stadium? How many Kwara fans, how many fans in Ilorin could have traveled with them to MKO? See, there is difference in we came to support you and I'm a supporter of this club. You want to shout for 90 minutes. Then 2, you see this FA Cup representation. I think we need to do another thing about it. It always feels like the representatives from the FA Cup are always there by number. There was like 3 seasons ago, Bayelsa United were relegated. They were representing us on the continent from the MNL. It's not going to go anywhere. It's a big question that should be asked on how our representation. And that's why I'm watching the MPFL now. I'm happy with Eyimba. I always want Eyimba to be on the continent. We're more stars. I don't know how far they will go. But we have a lot of expectation on them. Do you know what? In the last 4 years, Rema has continued to come. First round. Do you see how they celebrated this first round qualification? Because they failed at that place for all the 3 times they've come. So continue to be there.
Remember that this one they're not going anywhere.
I know. I'm not saying they are going, but at least
they are playing Sundowns.
At least if you're not, but
Sundowns.
If you don't play Sundowns,
even you cannot test the level.
Yeah, but not to be.
But the good thing is they drop at this point. You drop to the.
Right, good thing. We want to continue that thing. How is it a good thing to drop to the That's a very second. They're not going to beat Sundowns. I don't know. They're not going to beat Sundowns. They beat the Magic or just them because no still home and away. Form is the home and home.
Which one, man? Yeah, old.
4-1 officially I don't know what.
Thank you, sir.
Unofficially, I don't know what you want me to say. Whether make them stadium.
Those ones they come for learning curve.
Yeah, so you beat those ones. Like, but I don't know. Is this an indication of the CAF system media review? Because why should the Nigerian champions be playing Sundowns before group stages? Like, this say that it should be a clash for either group stage or knockout round in the preliminary stages. This stages should not be able to meet before.
Okay, but have we considered our coefficients when it comes to African football now? Have we considered?
No, I
understand. In the sense that we've not made the group stage of the Champions League since I'm trying.
I think it was 2018.
Yes. And it was a campaign I did. Was it Imba?
The one I'm talking about is not even group stage. That was the last time we played the Champions League semi-final. That was
Imba. Yeah, it was Imba.
I'm sure we might have made the group stage after.
But what you usually make us make is get to the Confederations Cup group stage. Not even that's what we even did recently. You know, when it comes to our coefficient, we are not as high as South Africa. We are not as high as Morocco. We are not as high as Tunisia. We are not as high as. You see, if we are sincere with ourselves, we are not even as high as Cote d'Ivoire when it comes to African football. Not even as high as Congo.
We are not understanding the point of Chelsea. No,
you're spot on.
I'm coming in. I'm saying this is happening because our coefficient when it comes to club football is not good.
No, I understand that.
Because Al-Ahly will not play Sundowns now.
We understand that. The point I'm making is Al-Ahly and Sundowns should not be here. That's the point.
They will not play. That's not.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Let us review the system of football.
Champions League, Confederation, and all of that. They've been playing some games for
qualifiers. Champions League qualifiers. Yeah.
You can't find Liverpool there or Barcelona. You now say Barcelona playing Victoria Plzen.
No, definitely that's not going to happen.
And that's why he's talking about the arrangement.
Yeah, maybe
I've always had this issue with
maybe they just not just. I think the whole cast setup also needs serious revamp.
Yes,
they need to put square pegs in square holes. We've always had these issues over time because if our Sundowns is one of the best teams, one of the elite teams, and then playing in the preliminary rounds, how do you explain that? And playing against a team like Remo Stars, of course, Remo Stars. They've been building their profile just like I said for a number of years now, and I expect that at least Remo Stars should be, not at this stage of this competition.
The champions of it.
But then again, he's right.
Coefficient.
So maybe now CAF now needs to do a proper review of how they can ensure that certain teams face each other at the different stages of the competition. Look at Champions League 2 now. Now it's different. You see big teams facing each other at
that's the Champions League.
Meanwhile, it wasn't like that before.
Before it would be like one big team.
Yes. Imagine Madrid and Man City playing at the qualifying stages. Before it used to be second round, or the difference with that Madrid and Man City play with the midfields are not directly stopping each other from being
qualifying
in the next round. This one. It is guaranteed now that either Remo Stars or Sundowns will not play.
That's where I'm going. Yes, let's put it into context. If Remo Stars now, by some magic, take out Sundowns.
So you want to play
Remo Stars now go on. Let's say Remo Stars that beat Sundowns, they went on to win the league. They are now to represent Africa on the bigger stage.
In all fairness,
I'm a Nigerian. I love everything that comes from here, especially when they are representing us on the continent. But why would Africa prefer to represent them at least on this day today, 2025?
It's not most of them happy for.
You know, recently, I think like some 6-7 years ago, when they started this whole, they rearranged the qualifiers for global tournament into the teams.
Oga, since we started that thing, we are already disenfranchising ourselves from hitting the topmost places in global tournament. Now, you have Cape Verde go and represent Africa at the World Cup because of the arrangement. They are in the south. You have maybe Gabon. But there was a time it will be Cameroon, it will be Nigeria, it will be Ghana, it will be South Africa.
Honestly, you still not see Cape Verde or Gabon or anything that you see. I never did the best thing is still.
No, but as it is, look at like our group now at the World Cup. Whether it's by their own undoing, Nigeria or South Africa will not be at the World Cup.
Yeah, but that's how it's always been, no? Anyway, let's go.
I get what he's saying. I want us to conclude the CAF competition in this way. I think because when we move to the group stages, we only have 16 teams in the group phase. CAF needs to re-evaluate that, get more teams into the group stage. That itself will change the Remo Stars meeting Sundowns. Make it a bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger. Bring in more teams into that particular group phase. That will bring a lot of color into it.
Again,
that will bring a lot of color into it and more money.
Yes, and more money. Also, we didn't also consider the quality of football. In fact, I think that African football has dropped drastically. I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to Sunday Olise and Yakuba Ibn. I was watching, and he specifically said that even before Nigerian players started playing in Belgium, most of Nigerian players were playing in Cote d'Ivoire.
Sure, very true.
He said at that time Cote d'Ivoire was paying almost what Belgium was training African players when they traveled to Belgium at the time. At that time, you even mentioned Cote d'Ivoire, even South Africa. Who was South Africa?
No.
He mentioned Cote d'Ivoire, he mentioned Ghana, mentioned one that he mentioned Angola, even Angola at the time too. So, but now look at how many teams from Cote d'Ivoire are doing well in the CAF Champions League or even in the Confederation Cup. The quality of football has dropped drastically. To be fair, when I'm watching the CAF Champions League, I'm usually disinterested. In fact, I'm indifferent about what is going on.
Everybody wants to semi-final.
Yes. So we can talk about review. So the review also has to come also. They need to improve the quality of the game, the business. It looks like we don't take football as serious business in Africa. Maybe some teams for your own side of Africa. No, maybe some teams. That's some countries. For South Africa doing amazingly well. And also, what is helping South Africa? Actually, teams like Sundown, team owned by Msepe.
Sundown.
It's not really Sundowns. I mean, just look at the billionaire funding that club, and that's why I see that Sundowns will go and play. Kenny, Sundowns went to play pre-season in Netherlands. They faced teams like Ajax, played some amazing teams. I mean, Nigeria. The last time we played in the pre-season was when Enyimba played. Was it Manchester United?
No, was it Inter?
Yeah, Enyimba played Manchester United.
It's not even that was our pre-season. That was the man you doing it.
That was even the one I can remember. But you see, my baby Sunday,
like 2008.
Yes, and that's a long time ago.
Inter.
But do we have things like that now? What has changed?
No, it's like I said, speak for yourself, Africa. So things in Africa are doing things.
Yeah,
who Alagli are trying to sign. Alagli are bidding for players of 20 million euros. I saw the news and I had to check with Alagli of Saudi Arabia in this same Egypt. Alagli are signing players directly from European clubs. So at the end of the day, I'm not talking about just Egyptian players. So at the end of the day,
look at the South African team that played us now. 9 of them play in their league.
In fact, about whether 6 or 7 are in one club. They are inside. These guys are comfortable.
But do you know that there is a contrary argument to that thing? And I want us to establish that. I want us to look at it.
Yeah.
The person said that the reason South African players don't go out is because these South African players do not even have enough quality to compete in the bigger stage. So it's not because their league is actually very good. It's because some of their players are not good enough to play in Europe.
I don't agree.
I disagree, but you say that players are very good enough to play at the highest level of Europe.
Highest level, sorry, not
I agree.
that's what highest level.
Even we that are supposedly good, how many players do we have at the highest level? And for them, it always says that their league is good because if you are good enough to play in Europe, even if it's not the highest level, but you choose to stay in your country, that still means that league is big. What is Nigeria? People are living, people are living never start going around. But never start captain that won the league this season left and went to Iran.
Is it Iran? Azerbaijan.
You are giving example. That's I chose to give a real example. I just happen. It just happened.
Uzbekistan.
This one just happened. Maybe say this one is not connection. This one is not example of anything. He won the league, captain, lifted trophy, and left to Iran. And when people talk, Abu Aziz linked to the first, and he say if una see how much they offer for Iran, you tell your brother make you hold that.
He said it. I think the young boy that was playing for Yimba, that now moved to one Tunisian club. Not short like this.
Chijioke, what's his name?
He's one Igbo name. He was one of the highest paid footballers. As of the news, so I've not seen his paycheck. He was earning $500,000.
$1,000.
No, monthly. Moving to that place, his monthly pay 20 million. So now see the difference to Tunisia. That one you low cross water to Europe.
The first thing is that the fact that they are not paying you now already means that you earn more. That's what that is first thing.
Stayed about 11 years in Sudan. When I asked that, I did inquiry. He said, "Do you know that Nigerian players are not even moving for better money? They are moving for consistent money." Yeah. Your salary or your wages, whatever, you don't sure for it because they will do it like say it's not your right. For there you can sue a whole country if the club does not pay you. Sure you get so.
I also agree that the quality of players in Nigeria seems much more better than the quality of players in South Africa.
And what quality of players do you have?
And Nigeria is going to South Africa. Our number one goalkeeper is
we are begging God to remove 17 points from them before we go back for the rest.
We don't need 17, 16 and a half. 16 and a half.
Even better than Toby Mokwena.
We will get to South Africa very soon. In fact, let us go there. But before we just watch that and beat and bless the Congo 1-0 and Aggregates advancing the next round. Congratulations to we both teams have advanced to the preliminary next round. Wakwa United and Abia Warriors are both out, so no competition for them.
Before you go, there is a question I just want you to clear the air. People have come to ask why doesn't Remo Stars coach take the pressure? You know, it's the other white man. I've forgotten his name, who takes their presser. So, people have been asking, did they change their coach? It's still Daniel Ogumodede that is the coach. But they say there is a particular rule that there are some license you have to have for you to represent at CAF level at the presser. That's just the simple reason. Remo Stars did not change their coach. It's still Daniel Ogumodede.
So, which license did the current coach have?
I told you,
when they spoke to him, say the current coach that he don't even have license. Was talking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I went to Nigeria and I beat Chelsea to that guy is going this country. He left to Nigeria and coming to Nigeria. I come Nigeria and beat Chelsea to
when we played Sudan at the Chan, the coach of Sudan said, this Nigerian team, I will look for that right up and this Nigerian team is a very good team. They just lack good coaching.
Yes, to our main coach. Our main coach.
That the highest paid for entire Nigerian coaching industry. Like no, the one did not call Eric Chelo. So that said, they just like. So that GT for the God to say your team no get good coaching. Say the team good. You see, say this boy. They get such a good coach. If I handle this team. Let's talk about the Super League of Nigeria. Since we are already talking about the show. Big news for Group C. Bigger news for Nigeria, but bigger news for Benin Republic because FIFA have deducted 3 points and 3 goals from South Africa for feeding an ineligible player in the person of Teboho. The FIFA statement read, and I quote, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee has sanctioned the South African Football Association SAFA for having failed an ineligible player Teboho in the South Africa Lesotho match played on the 21st of March 2025 in the FIFA World Cup 2025 preliminary competition, thereby breaching Article 19 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code and Article 14 of the FIFA World Cup 2026 preliminary competition regulations. Consequently, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee has declared that the match in question to have been forfeited by the representative team of South Africa to a score of 3-0. SAFA has also been ordered to pay a fine of 10,000 Swiss francs. The 70 FIFA will do, they must cash out from the situation. While today, Mokwena has been issued with a warning. The parties were notified of the terms of the FIFA Disciplinary Committee's decision today, so that's on Monday when the news broke. In accordance with the relevant provisions of the FDC, they have 10 days in which to request a motivated decision, which if requested will subsequently be published on legal.fifa.com. The forfeiture decision remains subject to a potential appeal before the appeal committee. So 10 days to appeal for South Africa, but I doubt they will because it is clear that the field of eligible player. But the only thing that they could potentially be appealing here is that the FIFA rule that said this that we just read, there's another rule that counters it that says if you feel an ineligible player and the people you played against did not notice and protest officially immediately.
Yes.
Until now.
Exactly.
This is why they drag their feet on it for this long. So according to the rules, let's say they don't talk anything immediately. According to the rules, if you want to follow the rules fully, South Africa should not be losing 3 points here. So that's where we stand. But let's even assume that they are not going to appeal. Let's even assume that they appeal and the appeal is unsuccessful. What does this mean for us in Group C? In Group C, where we have 11 points from 8 games, we sit third. Behind now South Africa is second, having been deducted 3 points. Second with 14 points, 3 points ahead of the Super League of Nigeria. And first in this group now, you see, in life, when your ex is doing better than you, it will be funny if General takes to their first FIFA World Cup after the sanctions. Complete shame. It will be funny. But the Republic sits first in that group with 14 points. They have the area where different South Africa plus 4, South Africa have plus 3, Nigeria have plus 2 at this very moment in time. What does this mean for us ahead of the last set of games in October? Nigeria plays the Republic in Nigeria, Lesotho away from them. Those are our 2 final games. As it stands, we have to win both games.
So even stand any chance.
Yes, we have to win both games and hope that South Africa drops at least 3 points in their final 2 games. At least 3 points. So it's either they win one, lose one, or they draw both. And both games are against Zimbabwe
in South Africa.
And Lesotho. One of those Rwanda. What if there have been protests and the other one that is an origin has been moved over. I'm not sure of that. But does this give you hope as a Nigerian, Mr. Dawson? Before you even go on, who best that are not going to use the other?
No, you are not qualified.
Okay, so you say you're joking.
I have to still be hoping.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, send it in all the platforms and Nigeria will not.
I don't think Nigeria will ever make it to the World Cup. I mean, I'm still saying because you see, do we have to get to this stage before we do all these permutations and calculations? Now, they say Nigeria is a man held by God. South Africa have been docked 3 points. Right about now, Nigerians are jubilating. But it begs the question. South Africa is not going to lose 2 games.
So.
First. Secondly, I think the best result, well, let me say the least result South Africa will get if they win one game and draw one, which guarantees them. Yes, finishing ahead of Nigeria. Yes, that's what I mean. So if they finish ahead of Nigeria, so what's the hope for Nigeria? I think that South Africa would defeat Lesotho. Rwanda might just be the very dicey and tricky because Rwanda also have 11 points and they feel that they also have a chance. So that might just be a dicey one for them. But for the Super Eagles, what is the guarantee that we can pick 6 points from those 2 games? Benin Republic is a potential banana skin. People are thinking that because Benin Republic we are playing them at home. Okay. We'll get them wrong. If our own form has been terrible. We managed to win games, but we are not actually doing very well. We only won one game at home, Rwanda. And so I don't want to be doing plenty analysis that will lead to paralysis. We are not making it to the World Cup. It's obvious to everyone. If you are a journalist trying to apply to the US, because now that South Africa has done 2 points, you are wasting your time. Maybe you can just go there and cover other games, but for Nigeria, there is no hope. Moving on.
There is hope. Look at me. I need a camera on me. There's hope. We have 2 important games. Who beats Lesotho? That's not. Lesotho is not. In fact, if Eric Chell strikes that day, we'll still beat Lesotho. That's not the issue. Rwanda will beat South Africa. That is the main issue. And then Rwanda will. If you know the crystal ball that I've seen. Now, even this octopus is better. Is farther than. Nigeria will now beat Benin Republic at the majestic Gosul Akpabio Stadium. That day, the next day will be a public holiday. You know why? Because we have pulled out a miracle. In the sense that at the point in time we were close to the bottom of the table, but we are now going to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. After those 2 games, there is this base of hope.
John, have you witnessed? Because we are doing they still use to catch my people. Have you witnessed when they catch my people and they don't try to interview? Even if they catch them, I'm not mad. I don't know where shirts come up house. They don't go even hear anything with them. They come and bump us in the bus, so what did they have that? And of a sort here, don't ask it for that question. Let me ask someone that I know is members. Okay. From South Africa's perspective, all of the reasons not just finish, but the ball is still in their courts. The Republic is it in their courts? Because even if they win their last game, we have to hope that the Republic win with a better goal defense. With a better goal defense than them, because if both teams win their last 2 games, goal defense what to come back to. But if you were South Africa, how do you handle this? How do you deal with this?
You know, the first question even is, I remember it happened to Nigeria. Now I'm looking at it happening to South Africa. How do you even field in eligible players? See, for me, then back when it happened to Nigeria, I expected heads to roll. These are very silly mistakes, and if it gets to bite South Africa in the back.
Well, at least we have qualified.
I know. If I'm saying no, it was Showa the line. So if it happens to buy South Africa on the on the behind and they couldn't go to Global Mundial, that would be sick. I'm sure so many people will drop down. Now, this is what it portends for South Africa. Now we are back into that chaotic mix. That's you have to play your game and be looking at other people's game. That is, you're playing the assassin on that game. That something must happen to them. It's a very pathetic situation. When you've done so, South Africa pressure. It's weird because if you were 3 points ahead before, you play a normal game, you win 1 but now you have to lose. It's crazy. And that's where they make mistakes. It's crazy for South Africa. I don't pity them because we're in the same race, but I also pity them because I feel that from day one they showed more intent than any other team. Respect to Benin and Rwanda. both teams have tried, but I think South Africa had really found a way to hold their own. They had some things that played in their favor, like teams that are playing in their land. But this is one that if it goes south, they will not. A lot of persons will not forgive it. The players will not forgive the management. The management who knows those who are in charge of, they will not forgive themselves. So you mentioned it, which I said, pressure on South Africa right now for the remaining 2 games. No matter how easy those games look on paper before, right now it's no more easy. It's now rough for fight. Then also that fact that even if your 2 games are easy, you don't have to monitor them to see how they win, if they win, when they win, and that makes it for neutrals, that makes it interesting for anybody who has to do with South Africa. That makes it super crazy. So probably, we are journalists. As much as we're from Nigeria, we love drama. It gives us more news. It gives us something to dish out there.
Imagine we had won South Africa.
That would have been.
That would have changed.
You like Michael Jackson? You like Michael Jackson?
I love Michael.
You must like Mo Walker.
Yeah.
Where he slides to the back. Imagine saying you go. Imagine. Also fẹ́ gbá game yẹn gbé. Tí o bá ti wo imagination. Imagination wọn náà láti ẹgbẹ́ lọ sí shopping ní imagination villa. Anyway, that deserves the congratulation is better than the
yes,
the ultimate of this the top this group. That really nobody give them a chance to be top. When they are going to top this group, with 2 games left to play at the start of the first was kicked like arguing. So October international window is win or bust, do or die for everybody involved. All the 3 teams. In fact, 4 teams that one.
Rwanda is a part of it.
If you count like that, you must count Rwanda. Yeah. So you cannot be counting like that. The acting like Rwanda as well are not on the level person.
They're very difficult to beat actually.
Which one?
Rwanda.
So we beat them home and away.
They are the only team in this, but it was not easy at all. Was it easy for South Africa to do?
It's so funny. Before the 2 games in September, Genoro, for any chance he has at the press, he kept saying before these 2 games, deduct these 3 points from South Africa. Let's know what we are facing. Whether you are deducting it or you are not doing so, we know what we are playing for. The man had already seen that with the way I'm doing my small thing, these 3 points, South Africa was served in the low one. And look at eventually when he was deducted, biggest winner shot to the top, and now his destiny is back in his own hands. Continue to win, pumping goals, you're already there. Simple.
In fact, best bet for Benin Republic is, I think that Benin Republic should be able to take out Lesotho. I think sorry, are they playing Lesotho? Nigeria and
Nigeria they play Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes. The Rwanda game might be the one that will be dicey for them.
No, they do not play.
No, sorry. The Nigerian game might be the one a bit dicey because of the relationship that exists between the Republic and also not the relationship, the competition. Nigeria is a bigger team, yes, but because they are neighbors, I know when rivalry,
like a derby.
Exactly. So, but I feel those 2 games, the Republic can pick 4 points. Yes, I think they will win 1 and draw 1. I don't think Nigeria will beat the Republic.
I have a feeling.
I don't think so.
It's not matter.
Because I saw
all logic says that Nigeria cannot beat the
Republic. We played them at the Republic.
No, it wasn't at Benin, sir. It was Felix.
Yes, and we looked. In fact, we looked like. No. And so you are
things have changed.
All
things are passing.
So how confident are we going into our home turf? No feeling well that the way we played away.
He's right. Actually, they played Rwanda.
But then play away at Rwanda and then play away at Nigeria. So not good fixtures. They are 2 very difficult fixtures from Benet's perspective. And in my opinion, that Nigerian I don't see how they pick up 6 points on this. I know they can't pick 6 points. 6 points is what they need to guarantee them.
But even for Rwanda, it's a difficult one. They play
the other players are and they play better. Basically, all the teams involved are still playing each other. That's the beauty of it. Nigeria play away at Lesotho on the 10th of October, and we host Benin Republic on the 14th of October. So hopefully by the time the Nigeria game comes around, South Africa will be hosting Rwanda as well. So hopefully by then the teams are playing for something. There's still a lot of the table to fight for. But away from our October players, whether we come back for World Cup or not, which we are not, our NFF has done what the NFF knows how to do best, which is to secure meaningless friendlies. Friendlies were announced, rolled out. So in November, Nigeria will play against Venezuela and Colombia in the United States. So, are you excited?
No, I'm not. I don't see the rationale behind that, because immediately after that we're playing the African Cup of Nations. If you're playing the African Cup of Nations, you should be playing an African team in Africa.
Venezuela is not the African team.
Venezuela is South America.
Really? South America.
We take South America.
Colombia is not South Africa. Are you confused? This is only your man. I speak madman. Frankly.
It's big madness.
Is it madness? It's cure. You don't cure this. It's
confusing my
It's pathetic.
It's confusing my
comprehension. We're going for the Nations Cup in Morocco.
I am playing.
Now, probably if you're even telling me you're playing an European team, I would say Morocco has this closeness to Europe. You're trying to acclimatize.
Maybe play Portugal.
You're going to play South American teams. From how to where. All you shall want to do is, I'm doing something. In fact, let you tell me that you're playing Sundowns at one friendly.
I prefer it.
Then you will play you understand me?
I prefer it.
You are not. See, in fact, they are supposed to be in sober mode right now. Organizing friendly should not even be.
Say that you have that you be in sober mode. As how?
What's on blue?
So you think that this was okay if you don't make it?
I said no worry. The other answer will come out.
So I saw a statement says I don't want to mention the person. They said Ibrahim Gusau is reshaping football in Nigeria.
I already mentioned the person. We are coding on this show. Mention the name. Solomon, mention the name.
Why are you afraid?
I'm not very. Is reshaping in Nigeria?
The person I have mentioned it. Believe it or not, we are just. What is that?
What football is reshaping in Nigeria?
What do you have with this person? You don't want to mention it.
The Yoruba also say Eja Furu Kopo Lashi.
So let me ask to know that.
Congratulations to Venezuela and Colombia for getting the opportunity to play.
To beat Nigeria now.
To play the star-studded Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Where we have Victor Smith.
We have the best player. We have the best players in Africa, right? Yeah. Qualified.
No. We are called them.
You have the best player in Africa. Then Africa teams go play World Cup. You don't go there. 9.
No, 10. There's a possibility of 10.
That is to. You know that you guarantee 10 is unlikely because you want that you will first follow the fight for Africa first. But when you don't qualify, you can't go follow other people who don't qualify for their continent.
2006 World Cup that we missed. We had some of the best players on the continent, but we didn't qualify. Qualify doesn't mean we don't have in Africa.
So
if you don't qualify this time, it doesn't take away the fact that Victor Osimhen is bigger than the entire South African players.
I get that.
Victor Osimhen,
I agree.
He's bigger than the entire South African
players. But in the field, South Africa.
Are they better than us? No, South Africa, we've been beating them from years back. So
they're beating them.
We're fighting to equalize. We're fighting to equalize.
I've even heard the new news.
You
What is happening on this time today?
FIFA has announced this announcement especially for their good, the bereaved, the who are in sad place like Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles, that they are shifting or moving the number from 48 to 62.
There's no allowance, but they are discussing an expanded World Cup, 64-team World Cup for 2030.
That's 20. They said they want to bring it to 2026. Victor spoke to them.
Okay, so Nigeria will now host some of the games.
No, Nigeria will Venezuela will host some.
This one that I know that we should do. But it's not that this guy will do action. We're not going to do. I advise that we should gather people that not qualify for World Cup in other countries and host our own alternative World Cup. Host your own alternative World Cup. Who is in the middle of
which people should do it? Nigeria.
Yes, we do the middle of Madrid. So we deserve to be kidnapped. So by that one, I
can't play Zabisa.
Then we kidnap because our own plus the foreigners.
Our team never invite you. You won't show them the field that they will play before they come out.
But they will come in blindfolded.
We don't need to see them. That's why they go blindfolded World Cup. Danny Infantino.
Anyway, let's. Do you know that there's an homeless people World Cup?
Yeah.
Only five
hours there is Sunday League World Cup.
Now it's Sunday League is big.
What do you mean that you will find homeless people around the world and then build team and say they should go and play? What is Nigeria house? I just come say but
the issue immediately they go into camp, they have a place to sleep.
That's a good point.
The motto is the first day they wear. The motto of homeless people World Cup. Integrity is our priority. So you come with truth. Homeless. Okay. What of the homeless people must testify when you use this?
Okay, so what is the homeless? But before fire, I don't come down for you.
No, don't drop already. I am traveling around the country.
Because our player is out for the fire because the soccer that your family gets injured is now at the house.
Like the Chinese people say, his name is on the list, but immediately he signed for a team in Libya.
What's that? Is Togo as led by that group. It's better now. It's better. Anyway, over to cross Badagry.
Seme, maybe you enter Seme.
To just do red on camp. What happened? I had to cross the Benin. It's not happy for child. Venezuela.
I don't know what to say, but let us move on to it. Our wrap up the show is Chelsea versus Liverpool. The big game happening this weekend on Saturday. As a Chelsea fan, my eye don't see. But how we won?
Same weekend. Liverpool lost.
Is this our champion?
Liverpool lost. Same weekend. Man, you know that one is number. Chelsea, Liverpool.
Now that the first time, I'm going to start this is the first time that happened since 1994. That's both Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester losing on the same day. That's the first time it has happened since 1994.
Wow!
So those of you that are to get cost, don't worry, it is history that there's nothing like that.
Whoever you personally chopped that this last weekend, you should show us the calabash.
Well, let's focus on
going to sue me.
You got that. That's our story on that. Like get together the meeting.
All white party.
We talk about Sunday hangouts. I'll tell you what you happen. No, you go and the page you go on that region. Go on that region. Switch. But again, just what happens with them. Let me ask the Chelsea fan and set along with you. On a scale of 1 to 100, how confident are you? of a positive result.
They want the West or West.
How can I be the West?
No, you can say West 100. Best than
See as this one. You don't calculate which one do you want carry you go.
Yes, people walk off and need it because my landlord is saying
you need education. Should I carry tobacco come for kids?
Sending back over there to be water staying people walk.
Okay, on the scale of 1 to 100, I'm actually at 25. I'm at 25.
Let's stay high.
I'm at 25.
You go.
25 play.
I really Liverpool.
Scale of 1 to 100 is 25.
So now we are going to you believe that Chelsea have a one quarter chance of winning that game?
Yes. The 1 quarter chance is not what Chelsea is doing. It's the case of if Liverpool does not turn up. That's it.
This Liverpool.
Yes, if Liverpool, you know that there are days you just go in like the Crystal Palace and you have a bad game.
That wasn't a bad game.
No, I'm saying that you have a bad game. Like you come in and you have a bad game. You get a bad game.
Crystal Palace showed them
they are winning goals have come in the last 10 minutes of every game.
Crystal Palace have been that.
Crystal Palace have for their eye.
The community shield defeated Liverpool, also in the league. I think Oliver Glasner
from last season, the FA Cup final. Who did they defeat again?
It was City.
They defeated Man City. And they've done 22 games unbeaten. So Oliver Glasner is doing something amazing. I think I first knew Oliver Glasner in the exploits in Eintracht Frankfurt.
One Europa League that defeating Barcelona in the run to that Europa League.
He's an amazing manager. I think Manchester United should go for him.
To support Solomon's 20%, 25% is that Liverpool actually don't have a great record at Stamford Bridge. They've not won at Stamford Bridge since 2020. So Stamford is not a good hunting ground for Liverpool. So keep that in mind. 2-0 win in 2020 and so maybe that gives Chelsea a bit of confidence, but this is a Chelsea team that are missing way too many players. Lots of injuries, lots of damage. Some of the injuries we're happy about, but a lot of them also. I don't want to mention anybody's name. But John today as an average Premier League watcher, what are you expecting from that game?
You mentioned some of the injuries that some of the players that have been missing, maybe via injury or suspension. I think that would play a major role. However, I think that if they still have core of that team playing against Liverpool also, defensively, people talk about Konate and Virgil van Dijk, but I think that they're still very vulnerable at the back. I don't think they are as strong as they used to be maybe three years ago. So the version of Van Dijk we're seeing is not the younger version. It's quite old now. It's easier to beat him on pace, but one-on-one, quite difficult. So I think that Chelsea have got players in the end who can actually cause them a lot of trouble. Like who? I think Estival against Kekes, I'm a bit confident that they can actually take on. Kekes is not the best defending, but going forward is an amazing player. So I think that Chelsea will have a lot of joy. Both fullbacks of Liverpool, the Frimpong is not a great, defensively is not great. I don't know who's going to play from, maybe Pedro Neto. If Pedro Neto starts from the left and Estival starts from the right, I think that both players have what it takes to actually get past these players. And the only challenge that I have with Chelsea is defensive vulnerabilities. Chelsea will definitely concede, and Liverpool have enough firepower to hurt Chelsea. That's where the challenge. If Chelsea are a bit average, Chelsea are not even average defensively. Chelsea are terrible defensively, and it's going to be something that Liverpool will look at and try to explore. Because how do you now face the firepower of Mohamed Salah, Alexander Isak, and I think Ugo City will be back by then because he was suspended after the red card against Southampton. So those are the dynamics. Chelsea also have firepower going forward. But the problem will be, can Chelsea then outscore Liverpool? When Liverpool have the chance, can Chelsea defend properly? Even if Chelsea go ahead, can they really defend their lead?
No.
That is where the problem is. So I'm not confident for Chelsea. I believe Liverpool will take the game Chelsea, and Liverpool might likely win. But then again, there's a place of history.
Give me a position.
I'm giving you a 2-1. A 2-1 victory for Liverpool.
4-1. Liverpool to win. 4-1. Right.
It's like Chelsea can't defend for their life. They can't, and in recent times we've seen this Chelsea side. The goal scoring ratio has reduced game by game. We're seeing it reduce. The more chances they create, their conversion rate. We are seeing it reduce game by game. So we are now taking that firepower that's not on a high in quotes to now face a Liverpool side who has shown that if they need to score, no matter how late, they can get that goal. No, I doubt. 4-1.
Okay, so I think Liverpool hurts, and whether anybody
another point.
They are the Lions in the league right now, and you know what happens. A Lion does not have a problem you beating him or it. One thing I will let you understand is you won't have the final laugh, and I think that's what
Big White lion, and the lion might be standing now. I don't mind the lion.
What is going on this side? First of all, both of you. Exactly. Both of you. I agree on the same point. Go back to using your medications. It's clear that when I'm talking, stop breaking. No, I'm going to break you. If I open that door out, I'll be telling you the lion did not buy it. Because you tell me this was so tell us which lion do you prefer? Solomon. Simba.
The Simba that was like, as in you are.
So what I'm trying to say is Liverpool hurt, and they want to return back as soon as possible to winning ways. And with what we saw of Chelsea 2 weeks ago, losing to Manchester United, losing to Brighton, Chelsea are in a very frail place right now. In fact, the biggest worry for Chelsea is in the head. The moment you start to get that free fall, you won't second guess your ability. And the moment you start second guessing your ability, you don't want to play a top team like Liverpool. And that's the problem. Liverpool should see that and see it as an advantage. But Tuchel made mention of something very murky. The Stamford Bridge syndrome, or the Stamford Bridge effect. History. See, Newcastle, Chelsea, every day, all day, no matter the personnel, it's always trouble for Chelsea. So there is a way these things come and repeat themselves, and maybe we might just see that happen. But if there is any time that Liverpool have got a great chance in 2020 to make it against Chelsea, I think it's this time. For two reasons: the fact that Chelsea are not in a good place. Then number two, Liverpool are hurt and they want to continue their final. If they do drop a point this weekend, and a team like Arsenal, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace gets to pick points, you might say it's early in the season, but they are already under immense pressure, because getting to the top is not the work, it's sustaining that top. And whenever you get to the top and you're being pulled out, it's like a man drowning. You struggle, and the struggle will be so evident. So we want to see a big game, but these are dynamics that might just change. Somebody said 4-1, it might go in that route. It might be a blowout. Somebody said 2-1, it might be that close. Expect any of the results.
My worry is that Liverpool are also not doing very well. So I'm not going to go for that. I have seen teams like Brent's.
Yes.
In terms of doing well, they've not actually hit second. I mean, they've not really hit second gear. What they just
you are not doing well in life. Exactly.
The game against Brighton, I think Chelsea were just unfortunate after that red card. I think Chelsea were the better team in the first half. No, that's true. Chelsea, because it's true. I saw that game. Chelsea were heads and shoulders above Brighton, but immediately after that red card happened, of course, it's going to change the direction of the game.
had left that guy, that would have been another problem start for Chelsea.
That's an easy. You might not score.
Even if you don't score, so
I don't want to just see it as all doom and gloom. I feel that this is a big game. Chelsea is a big team regardless of whatever we say.
Who did you say?
I said Liverpool. I'm just saying because you guys are doing a complete blowout 4-1, and I'm saying that that's not the one that said that. I'm just saying that the game is going to be very, very tight. I think that it might end in a draw.
Wait first. Stay on, please.
Listen, my side is this. I'm giving out two things and I'm explaining myself. And I'm saying that Liverpool will win. Liverpool might likely win that game. I'm also considering the fact that these are big games between two big teams.
So where do you stay?
Okay. So if you open betting site now, you pay Liverpool site now, and you want to put something on this game. Because Bellingham you don't have option of Liverpool win, but it's there's been a draw. So it's Liverpool again. Yes. Simple. Okay. Give me your own prediction for this game quickly before we go.
Of course, I think logic will say I'll go with Liverpool. I don't know how to predict scoreline, but I can say who I feel will.
Okay, we have a Liverpool win, we have a Liverpool blowout, we have first Liverpool win and after handicap 2, so anything that happens. I don't know. This day I just watch Chelsea games because I'm a Chelsea fan.
I watched United game and I left.
That Club World Cup.
Come, don't beat this Chelsea.
That Club World Cup.
I never wanted. See, maybe I'm the only Chelsea fan that never wanted Chelsea to win that Club World Cup. It papered over a lot of cracks. Before the World Cup, we were talking about signing Mike Mignon from AC Milan. We were talking about getting some defenders. After that Club World Cup, soon. They left on the negotiation. You cannot wait. Sorry. You can't run a campaign. You're competing in the Champions League. You want to compete for the EPL.
National
or top 4. FA. The Cali Cup, the Power Cup is there, and you have Sanchez as your number 1 goalkeeper. No, he can be the second goalkeeper, no problem.
But
Sanchez as
there's a chance. I mean, Chelsea.
It's annoying. Now
it was just rumors.
Now
they wanted to.
Now the amount they were tabling for Mike Mignon is even more than what City signed Donnarumma with.
Solomon, it's FIFA. You people should go and find a way to.
I never wanted. Maybe I'm the only Chelsea fan. I never wanted them to.
FIFA said Sanchez is the best goalkeeper in the world. But that's a Copa that hardly had 3 fantastic games. That is the best player in the tournament. That was how Chelsea said. I want to keeper in the world. I need best.
You know what that means?
Let's move on. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea. We are moving on to our house predict now. Chelsea. Yeah, come and beat me. We are moving on to our houses. But let's move on to the game.
Hey, I thought
it's simple. Chelsea, Liverpool. We do concentration. Concentration. Players that have played for both Chelsea and Liverpool.
Let's go.
Exactly 13 of them in history. For both Chelsea and Liverpool. So we have wait. We have plenty of options. Who wants to go first? Kerry or John? Go clockwise and anti-clockwise. Kerry first.
I'm moving to 19 is not good.
Alright, so do you need 5 more seconds again? I'll give you 5 seconds. Concentration, go.
Raheem Sterling.
Joko. It's out of it. So John, you need to fight another day. So John, we start this round now. Maybe mentioning the same players that I've mentioned last time.
Remember the phrase and forgetting their names.
Forgetting their names too.
Hey, this guy from Israel.
Is this guy? Is Nnamdi Kanu. I'm officially out of the game. Do you see how player?
I can remember faces, but I just forgot their name.
Yes. I've never seen the more useless set of people. Concentration.
Like a storage.
Yes, in the room.
Oh my God, no, this is when I use that try to remember.
No, of course.
This Spanish guy, the young captain of Atletico Madrid, what's his name? I forgot.
Congratulations. You see, this guy will not. You couldn't mention him in the way you're in the
If you don't realize that we could have mentioned, we mentioned Joko, we mentioned, who did you mention? We mentioned Sterling, we mentioned Storage, I mentioned Benjamin, Fernando
Torres is what I'm trying to remember.
When you mention, what name did you mention now?
But you see, Benjamin is
the one you wanted.
No, I said the guy, the Israel, the guy. Wait, now I told you. I said I was remembering the face.
Okay, let me continue the names.
Yeah.
We have Muhammad Gaddafi. We were thinking of that one.
Mo Salah.
Mohamed Salah.
This one that mentioned Mo Salah. Next week you will see that here. That thing that you know we must see it.
But there have been quite a few Joko.
I don't like. Do you know why I don't like? You see this women bantu. He had a game in his head. Next week. Player that play for Sunderland.
Wait. He said he has said it before. He has said it. If you have games, bring it.
No, we don't bring it. But I will bring it.
But I have played, but the only game I have is Ludo.
Also, they say what we doing now. From today's forth, Baba she will be the one bringing game.
I know that one. I know what to do.
Do you know what I don't want to do?
I know what to do.
There's the one that said, in fact, there are 13 players who have played for these two clubs. What statistics don't be million in game here? You want to my grand final?
That's the wait. So that they go like that, like it.
He will open his mouth, not to come out.
How many years have we been doing this show now? That by now, people have still not figured out that this is the pattern that we're going for. Whenever there's a big man. Everybody,
we start now
make the face of Jesse Blackburn. If you move because you say you got not say all that.
We are concentration. We have that play for Juventus and Inter.
It's Juventus is not playing with them. So it's very important. Let's do Juventus is not playing.
That's true. We are doing it now.
But Juventus is not playing with them.
Let's do it.
Juventus is not let's go. Let's go.
I was playing.
I'm putting a public challenge to all the three people on this show ahead of next week. Before I get to the Solomon and Divo,
I've said my own. If I can play Ludo on set,
your own football game, whether it is schools or whatever, so that we will not have any issue. And if you come with a game, we will play every single person's game. Whether if God now want to punish you,
you will not lose your own game.
Which he told me say you go do. All of you, because it's only the regardless of who bring the game.
Now we follow you to search for game. I want Yami.
You will bring it.
I will go to a little that you know Martin's the junction. That's where I will stay.
You see any? Get away! I know. I
got David. I
and so we won't call out for Lion.
Hey, see get up sit for one day as I play for events and play for game lewa.
You know what he will do Formula 1.
Because he said he should see the red space for him like Jesus. After we five people to use that this job is like
someone is ahead of each other.
He said that's what I was thinking. No, they mentioned the second name. Say that's the Israel that was teaching.
I said, this guy from Israel.
Yunus Benayoun. We are done. It's Chelsea Benayoun. We are done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for working with us. Very fantastic player. That was a vibe for us, another success from the perspective of these people still don't know how to play game. Our sound pressure. The episode that's all actually wins this game. We will throw a special celebration and do something special for the next one. But for now, let me still do forever the games master. John Wetzende, Solomon Duvo, Kennedy,
Mr. D.
Shout out to the production team, Mr. Benga, Abasiana, Badash Media, and every single person that is liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, doing everything that I'm supposed to do. Most important person is you guys. You are the reason we bring this show to you every single week without fail. Until next time, peace, love, prosperity, read, baby. Bye.